Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Stats lecture is over.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today's topic is matrix representation of graph. Okay. Okay. So in which cases you can use matrix? Can you tell me? How do you represent a matrix? Or matrix is used for presenting which type of data? Anybody can answer my question? Come on, be quick. Maheb. Yes. When do you use matrix?
Don't
Yes.
don't ma'am. To represent rows and columns.
To represent rows or columns or to represent the data in rows and columns, right? So whenever there is a two-dimensional data, right? It has two dimensions, row and column can be considered as dimensions, right? So whenever a data requires to be presented in form of 2D, we use matrix. Now, as your graph consists of two main components, which two components? Can you tell me which things are there or which things we use to define a graph? The basic things.
Axis, X and Y axis.
I'm not talking about those graphs, Sanjana. I'm talking about graph theory.
Okay, okay.
Vertices and edges.
Vertices and edges, right? So there are two dimensions that are attached, basic dimensions you can say attached with any graph are vertices and edges, and there as they are two in number, we can make use of them to represent the given matrix or the graph in terms of a matrix. Instead of drawing the graph, you can use matrix also to represent a graph. So there are two types of graphs that can be used. First graph is called as adjacency matrix. Not graph, sorry, the matrix. The first matrix is called as adjacency matrix where we use only vertices row wise as well as column wise. Okay, and the other graph is called as incidence matrix where row wise we write vertices and column wise we write edges, and there is certain convention to be followed to represent the graph in terms of a matrix. So let us first see the first type, adjacency matrix. We have seen different terminologies previously. We used to say the vertices are adjacent if there is an edge between them, or if they are the end vertices of some edge, then we call them as adjacent vertices. Then we say that the edge is incident on the vertex. So we are going to make use of these terminologies again. So if two vertices are adjacent, that means if they are end vertices of some edge, then that particular entry in the matrix will be denoted by 1. If they are not adjacent, the entry will be denoted by 0. If there are parallel edges, the number of parallel edges between those two vertices will be used to represent that entry. If there is a loop at a particular vertex, then we have to represent that by 1 again at that particular place. Okay, so we have to use certain conventions, some certain notions. Let us first write what is an adjacency matrix. Okay, all of you must write with me. Let G be a graph with n vertices, V1, V2 up to Vn. Then the adjacency matrix. So here we do not require the names of the edges, okay? But we just require to know which vertices are adjacent. Then the adjacency matrix AG of G is n cross n matrix in which ijth element, this is not I minus j, it is ijth element Aij is the number of edges in G joining the vertex pair Vi, comma Vj. Okay, number of edges between the vertices. So if at all there is any loop at a particular vertex, then that will be represented by 1. If one loop is there, number 1. If there are two loops, number 2. Okay, likewise. Have you understood this definition?
Yes, ma'am.
So let us have one example. I will consider an example of a pseudo graph so that all possibilities will be there. Okay, let us have parallel edges as well. See, I am considering a graph, a pseudo graph. What is a pseudo graph, girls? What is a pseudo graph?
A graph having parallel edges and loops.
A graph having parallel edges and loops. Correct. So I am considering a loop at this and a parallel edge here. Okay. So this is a pseudo graph. This is G. Now let us write its adjacency matrix. Okay. So how many vertices are there?
5.
5. So you have to write vertices row wise and column wise also. Okay. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Okay. So is there any edge? Now you have to ask the question. If you get the answer yes, that entry is 1. If you get answer no, that entry is 0. Okay. So the matrix will be consisting of mainly zeros and ones. If there are parallel edges, you will have 2 or 3 number. Yes, V1 to V1. Is there any loop at V1?
No, ma'am.
No. So that entry is 0. Have you understood it?
Yes.
Huh. Then V1 to V2, is there any edge?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so I will write V1 to V3.
No.
No. V1 to V4? No. V1 to V5? No. Okay. Now at V2. V2 is adjacent with V1, so we will write 1. There is no direction, therefore we can read the edge from both the sides. Okay, you can read it as V1 comma V2 or V2 comma V1. So when I write V1 adjacent to V2, I have to write V2 adjacent to V1 also here. Then there is no loop at V2, so 0. V2, V3 entry. Can you tell me second row?
1,
1,
0,
0, 1.
1,
Third row?
0, 1, 0, 1,
Will it be 1?
2, 2.
It will be 2. Number of edges. We have defined the entry as number of edges between those vertices. Okay, so there are two edges, parallel edges. So we have to put the number 2 here. V5, V3 to V5, they are not adjacent. So 0. V4, V1, 0. V4, V2, 0. V4, V3, again same number 2. V4, V4, 0. V4, V5, 1. Now, what about V5? Can you tell me the last row? Somebody?
0, 1,
Why 1? V5. Sorry, sorry.
V2,
Sorry, I'm
V5.
sorry. V5, V2 are right.
0, 1, 1.
There is a loop at V5, therefore the entry is 1. Now, what do you observe here? Tell me. Do you observe any pattern?
row is same as the column.
Yes, first row is same as the first column. Second row is same as the second column. Third row is same as third column. So what type of matrix is this? What type of matrix is this? Where the first row is same as the first column, second row. That means if you take transpose of this matrix, if you interchange the rows and columns, you get the same matrix. A is equal to A transpose. So what is it called? What type of matrix is this? Nobody remembers? It is called a symmetric matrix. Okay. So write the observations. It's a binary matrix. If it is a simple graph, it will be consisting of only zeros and ones. Okay. If it doesn't have parallel edges but loops, then also. But if it has more loops, more than one loops, then it will not be binary. But if it is a simple graph, the matrix would be definitely binary. Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, if there is no loop, suppose, and if you add the number row wise, numbers row wise, suppose V1, at V1 there is no loop. You add all the entries in the first row 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, 1. So that will give you degree of that particular vertex. What is degree of V1?
1,
1. You understand it? What is degree of V2?
3.
3. So you add all the elements in the second row. V2 के रो वाले एंट्रीज देखो 1 plus 0 plus 0. I'm talking about second row here or second column. Huh? So 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. That will give you the degree of that vertex if there is no loop. Because if there is any loop, we have to consider it as 2. Okay, is that clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
So let us write these observations quickly. As the number of edges joining Vi, Vj is the same as Vj, Vi, we have Aij is equal to Aj. Ijth entry is same as Ji entry. Therefore, the adjacency matrix of a graph is a symmetric matrix. Okay, so it is always a symmetric matrix, and if it doesn't come to be symmetric matrix, then you are wrong to write somewhere. Okay, now what do you observe about the diagonal elements? Tell me, can you see the diagonal elements? Diagonal entries are all 0 except if there is any loop at a vertex. At V5, you observe that there is a loop, so that entry is 1. Otherwise, all the entries will be 0. The diagonal entries on the main diagonal. Are you writing it?
Yes.
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 Are 0 except when there is a loop. If there are loops at the vertex Vi, then so that II entry, ith row, ith column, okay, AII will be equal to number of loops at Vi. So right now at V5 there is one loop at V5, okay, one loop. Therefore A55 entry, fifth row, fifth column entry is 1. ओके, अगर मैं यहाँ पे 2 लूप्स ड्रॉ करूँ V5 पे तो मुझे यही एंट्री 2 करनी पड़ेगी. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड इट?
Yes, ma'am.
नेक्स्ट वन. If there is no loop at the vertex Vi, then sum of all entries in the column Vi or row Vi, okay, anyhow you can consider as it is a symmetric matrix. The column Vi gives the degree of Vi. Okay, so there should not be any loop, then directly you can add. If there is loop, you have to consider that loop है तो 2 ऐड करना पड़ेगा आपको. Okay, If there are no parallel edges, and loops in G, that is, G is a simple graph, right? Then all the entries in G or of AG will be 0 or 1. So it will be a binary matrix. Okay, simple graphs, adjacency matrix will be a binary matrix. If two graphs G1 and G2 are isomorphic, then we can obtain AG1 from AG2 by permuting. Permuting means what? What do you mean by permuting? What do you mean by permuting? What is permutation? Arrangement. So you can rearrange the rows of AG1 into themselves, and that for columns in the same converse is also true. That means from AG1 you can get AG2. From AG2 you can get AG1. So if a graph is given, you should be able to write its correct adjacency matrix, and conversely. Conversely means if adjacency matrix of a graph is given, you should be able to draw the correct graph. Do you understand this?
Yes.
So, where is my cursor gone? Okay. So, can we have other way around now?
Yes.
Or should I take the incidence matrix first and then we will have examples? What do you say? We'll have examples later on. Okay, let us first finish with the types. Incidence matrix. Okay, so this deals with vertices and edges both, and this will be again consisting of zeros and ones. If there is any loop, we have to write 2 there. Okay, so let us see the definition. Let G be a graph with n vertices, V1, V2 up to Vn, and q edges, E1, E2 up to EQ. Then the incidence matrix M is equal to Mij. This is an n cross q matrix. Okay, it has n rows because row wise we are going to write vertices and column wise edges. So n rows and q columns. Okay, Mij is an n cross q matrix in which the entry small mij, that is ijth element of the matrix M, represents the number of times the vertex Vi is incident on the edge Ej. Actually, what should we write? Tell me what is wrong here. वर्टेक्स VI इंसिडेंट होता है या एज इंसिडेंट होती है?
Edge.
Age is incident on vertex, right? Right? If Vi is an end vertex of Ej, then we say that Ej is incident on Vi. Okay? So let us make that particular correction. Number of times, you can say the number of times the vertex Vi is end vertex, ऐसा कह सकते हो, of Ej. I will just put it differently, okay, because there should not be any confusion. Number of times the age, not the age, then age will be incident only once, okay, because every age name will be different if there are two ages. So it should be the number of times the vertex the vertex is an end vertex of the edge Ej. So that number will be either 0 or 1, or if it is a loop, then it will be 2. Okay. If the vertex is not end vertex of that edge, then that entry will be 0. If the vertex is end vertex of that edge Ej, but that edge is not a loop, then it will be 1 simply. And if there is a loop, it will be 2. Okay. So we have to write, that is Mij will be either what? It will be either 0, 1 or 2. In which case it will be 0 if Vi is not an end vertex of Ej. Okay? 1 कब होगा? If Vi is an end vertex of Ej and Ej is not a loop. Okay? And this is 2 if Vi is an end vertex of Ej and Ej is a loop. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So it will be again consisting of 0, 1 and 2. If there are no loops, it will be again zeros and ones. Yes, so let us have an example. The same graph we can consider. Okay, I will remove this. Let me draw the graph once again. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Now we should have the names of the edges with us. E1, E2, E3. There are two edges. So this is E4 and this is E5. This is E6 and this is E7. So, okay, incidence matrix is also denoted by IG. Okay, IG is also used to denote incidence matrix. So I have to write V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Okay, and column wise I will write the names of the edges. E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6 and E7. So this is going to be a long bigger matrix. Okay. Yes. Now go column wise. Do not go row wise. Go column wise. See the first column. What is the name of edge? E1. And what are its end vertices? What are the end vertices of E1?
V1 and V2.
V1 and V2. So there only you write 1 and elsewhere you write 0. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, सिर्फ वहीं पे 1 लिखना है जो दो वर्टाइसेस उसके एंड वर्टाइसेस है, और दो ही होंगे ना. एवरी एज हैज ओनली 2 एंड वर्टाइसेस इफ इट इज नॉट अ लूप. E2, what about E2? V2 and V5. So put 0 everywhere. E3,
V2 and
V2,
E3.
V3. E4, V3 and V4. E5, same as
V3 and V4.
V4, because E4 and E5 are parallel edges. So those columns will be same. E6, V4 and V5. And E7, what about E7?
V5.
So it's a loop. So we have to represent by 2 here. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you add the row numbers. Here you will get degree of every vertex if you add all the numbers in that particular row. V1 की डिग्री देखो क्या है? What is degree of V1? 1. Okay? डिग्री लिख रही हूं मैं वर्टेक्स की 1. Then V2, what is the degree of V2? 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
V3, what is degree of V3? Again 3.
3.
Degree of V4?
3.
3. Degree of V5?
4.
4. मिल रहा है आपको 4? Correct? Okay?
Yes.
So this is how one can write graph in terms of matrix. So you should be able to write the matrices associated with graph, and conversely. Means if the matrices are given, you should be able to draw correct graph. The structure may be different. The picture of the graph may be different, but the adjacency must be preserved. That means, see, what I want to say with this. Suppose I have a matrix, say this one, 0, 1, 1, 1. This is V1, V2, V3, V4. I am considering a complete graph. Okay, I'm considering a complete graph on 4 vertices. Okay, so one can draw this as putting the vertices in this manner. Okay, V1, V2, V3, V4. So this is the complete graph I have chosen. Every vertex is adjacent with each other every other vertex. Now somebody can put this like this. V1 I will write here. I can write V3 here. I can write V2 here, V4 here, but then still it will look like this. Okay? Adjacency must be preserved. Or I can draw something like this also. ऐसा भी मैं ग्राफ ड्रॉ कर सकती हूँ. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Or I can redraw this graph as anyhow, the structure may be different, but the adjacency must be preserved. Okay? Yes. So your homework for today is draw the graph for the following adjacency matrix. Okay? 111, 100. So this will be 2, 0, 0, 2, 0, 2, 2. Okay? So this is the adjacency matrix given. Draw graph from following matrix. Okay? Okay. Second example. So नाम आप अपने मन से दे सकते हो वर्टाइसेस के, नो प्रॉब्लम. सेकेंड मैट्रिक्स 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So draw the graphs corresponding to these adjacency matrices. Okay. Next class I am going to take Havel-Hakimi theorem. Okay.
Can you show the slide, previous slide?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am,
Done. Only
Done, ma'am.
19 girls are there in my lecture. 18. I didn't look at this today. What happened? Okay, let me take attendance. Oh my goodness. Very few girls. 5, 7, 8, 13, 14, 18, 19, 21, 22, 26, 27, 29, 32, 33, 35. 41, 43 and 44. Okay. Very bad attendance.